two groups, and there will be three segments. First segment is introductory, second segment is pre-collected, third segment, and third segment will be Binance live comment question segment. So first of all, I am starting with introduction question with some introduction questions. So to start, could you share some information about yourself and your experience working in the blockchain industry? We would love to get to know you better.
Thank you very much. Before I start, is my co-founder there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're here. Okay, that's fine. Moman is here. And also, are you able to see my video?
Yeah, you are in screen.
So you're able to record the video, right?
Yeah.
All right. Back to your question. So I go by the name Augustine Wabuzo. We are based in the UK. Okay. I'm a financial crime analyst. I've been in financial crime for the past 5 years, and along the line as well, I started having interest in blockchain. So in the last 4 or 5 years, I've also been dealing with cryptocurrency. Though I've not actually developed my own project, I think this is our first crypto project at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna give it back to my colleague to give a short brief description of himself. Mama.
Hi everyone. I go by the name More Money, right? And I've been in the crypto and blockchain for the past 12 years. I've developed a few projects. I have been invested in crypto, early investors in a few of the projects that went to an all-time highs. I worked with a lot of projects, which, sorry, I can't divulge in saying the names of the project that I've worked with. But I've got experience working in the blockchain, and that's like 12 years. So that's just a brief introduction about me. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thanks both of you for your great introduction with our community. So, okay, so let's get started. And the next question. So, what unique skill and experience does your team bring to the table that you believe will contribute to the success of Turips?
Perfect. Like I said earlier on, I've been in the financial crime. I've been a financial crime analyst for the last 5 years, so that's quite a very good experience, very good skill in the sector. Aside that, I'm reaching in the regulatory practices within the sector, because obviously we know that the sector has been looking for regulation. I know that sometimes some people in the industry don't actually want the sector to be regulated, but we can see that there are quite a lot of fraudulent activities happening in the sector. So somebody like me personally, I do believe that there should be some form of regulation which is going to enable the sector to be widely accepted by every government in the world. So I've got that experience in terms of the regulatory side. Myself, I'm not a tech person, so my co-founder is actually the person who is the developer. So he is enriched in that area. I think I'm gonna leave it to him for him to talk about that area. But in summary, in terms of the financial crime area, I've got huge experience. It's an area that I know that I can tackle as the founder of Turips. Because obviously, what we are trying to build here, we are trying to build something that is legitimate, because we know what is actually happening in this industry. And if we don't sanitize this industry, I don't think we're gonna make headway. You understand? I'm using myself as an experience. Being the founder, I know how many people who have tried to commit fraud where I am. I know how many people who have tried to scam me. I know how many people who have tried to send phishing activities towards our server. So, but these are areas that we need to tackle. These are areas that we need to tackle. But being the founder, I've got experience in that area, and I will make sure that I instill confidence in our investors. I have to be honest. When we started our marketing advertisement, we did receive informations. We did receive comments from people thinking that we are not legitimate, thinking that our business, that what we are doing at the moment, that the coin is just going to be pump and jump. But we have tried as much as possible to build that confidence, to let any future investors or anybody who has invested in this coin to know that we are doing everything possible to make sure that everything we do with our platform is legitimate. We are not here to rob the investors. We just want to make sure we give them that confidence. That is the reason why, if you go through Pinkcell, you find out that we are KYC checked, we are audited, and after this armor as well, we're gonna be dogs. All these things just to prove to our investors that we are here, we are out here to show that every activity that we carry out in this platform has to be legitimate. Okay, I'm just gonna. That's all I'm gonna say at the moment. So I'm just gonna pass it through to pass that through to my co-founder to talk about the technical part.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, hi. So, like I said briefly earlier, I've worked on so many blockchain projects, right? Both off-chain and on-chain anyway. So the thing that I'm bringing in here is we are going to be focused on building a very an enriched ecosystem that is going to be supporting the project. So what's happening is most people don't really think about how they are going to be bringing in funds into the ecosystem without kind of like selling off the tokens and all that. So what we're planning here, or what we're going to do, is we're going to be creating some projects that are off-chain. And with that, we have at the moment, we're sitting at about 10 developers that we have that will be working on each of the projects that we have lined up. So in terms of the experience of these developers, they have been working on the blockchain with me for a very long time. So we have a very healthy roadmap, and which at the moment we wouldn't want to indulge in saying all of it, because there are so many copycats out there. So, but we have so many things under the hood. We have finished 2 projects at the moment, which we believe we're going to launch as soon as the project takes off. So, yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, your team is experienced We are, as you said, and it's nice to hear from you. You are already audited. That's good, and this is really important for any project. I hope. I think that's really great. Okay, so let's move to the next question. So walk us through the progress behind Turip. What's the story behind it? How long did it take you guys to create the project and put everything together? Why have you created Turips?
Thank you very much. Um, Two Reefs, actually, I'm just going to give a short history of Two Reefs, how Two Reefs came about. Um, Two Reefs was actually born as a dating platform, which we developed in 2020. That was tworeefs.com. And as anybody who have anybody who has actually used a dating site will understand that in most cases you find out that you make payments using normal payment platform like your debit card and some other payment systems. Although sometimes they do use tokens within the dating platforms. So having run the dating platform for over 2-3 years. Then we came to me and my co-founder. We came to an idea to develop a token, and the idea is to have a token that can be developed into a form of payment, which is going to be used by subscribers for subscriptions. Or for instance, if you want to send gifts gifts items on the platform to other users, then you may be able to use our token. That was actually how Two Reefs was formed. But in terms of the token itself, I can say that was the idea came about after a year that we developed the dating platform itself. Then we started thinking about that idea. So I can say between 2021 and 2023 and the current period, this is actually the period it has taken us to plan for tworeefs.net, which is the token platform. And all we are doing at the moment is to employ any marketing, any promotional avenue that we can use to get it across to people for mass adoption. And once that is mass adopted, then we will begin the second phase, which is developing the ecosystem itself. But I'm not gonna. I just don't want to say. I just don't want to say everything when it comes to technical parts, because obviously, like I said before, I am more into the regulatory part and financial crime. So that's my area. So what I will do is I'm going to throw it back to my co-founder, who is the technical specialist, to also say something about that.
Yeah, thank you, Augustine. So the thing is, like you said, in 2020, actually, if you remember, it goes way back because we started it as alert singles, if you remember. So yeah, it was alert singles before we now kind of like changed the name to Two Reefs. Yeah, and it took off. We built the app. It was on Google App Store, and what we found out is that there is at least, I think at the moment there should be at least 8,000 dating platforms at the moment around. So the idea was that once this token comes out, we would probably try and get into the market, into partnership with at least some of those dating sites. So if we can grab the attention of at least 5% of the 8,000 dating sites that are really available at the moment, to use the token as either as a token as a payment as a payment token, or integrate it into their platform for people to give as gifts. Then it's going to be something that is worthwhile for our ecosystem. And we are, like I did say, that we are working on a project. So we are working on implementing it on our dating site, which we're going to be launching soon as part of the ecosystem. However, the token itself is not, at the moment, it's not going to be a utility token. It's just going to be a token, a standard token that is just going to be on its own, so that it wouldn't be kind of like there won't be any fluctuation on the price, because if we implement it as a utility token on the website, what's going to be happening? People will get the token and then they'll come back out and sell it. So that is going to drive the price down. So instead, it's going to be something that someone gets, and you will want to hold it for a certain period of time. So, like I said, our roadmap is really very healthy. We have a lot of things planned ahead. So I'm hoping that at this point that we'll be able to make an impact in the crypto industry, and take the coin, and take our project to kind of like a greater height. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks both of you for your detailed answer about story behind Turips. Yeah, that was really fantastic question. Yeah, okay. So the last question from this segment, and then we will move to the pre-collected today segment. So the question is: now Turips is said to be a smarter, decentralized exchange platform built around the latest AI technology aimed at revolutionizing DeFi with AI technology, allowing users to trade smarter and faster. Tell us more. How so? Give us an introduction into your ecosystem. What is your mission and vision for the future?
More money.
I will take that question. Okay. So our it's very simple. I know the question that you asked is kind of it goes around, but it is really a very simple and straightforward answer from us anyway. What we are building here is something that is going to be stable, right? We're trying to have an ecosystem around two reefs that is going to be both on-chain and off-chain. So in terms of the off-chain products that we're building, we want to use that avenue at least 50% of what we raise through through both promotions and advertisements from those off-chain projects. We will be bringing them back into the two reps, and using that to buy back the two reps token in order to kind of like stabilize the price. So we have great plans, and our mission is to be what we're looking at is to become the number one dating token that would be implemented in so many dating websites. Although most of the dating websites now are coming into the blockchain, right? But however, there is a lot of dating websites that off-chain. Okay, so our target is to be able to penetrate that market and become the number one token that will be used in those off-chain dating websites. So that being said, that is what is going to take us to a higher level. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thanks for your answer. So I hope all of our listener and our community or members are clear about your mission and vision. So here we in the introduction segment. Now we are starting pre-collected today segment. So both of you, sir, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready. We are ready.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, thanks. So here is the first question from today's segment. So, what are your global expansion plans? Which market are you now working on or expanding and developing in order to attract consumers, users, and partners?
Well, to start with our question, our global expectation, um, we our going through our aim, I can actually say that our aim is to expand globally, not just only within the region where we operate. Like I said before, we are based in the UK, but we know that some members of our teams are not based in the UK. So that's to show that we have that expectation to have a global reach. So it doesn't matter we are which country where the flag is. It means that by our will be anywhere and as the currency uh, um, region means that operating in that region needs to use our token. Um, just to be sure that I heard some part of the other questions that you said. Can you rephrase the other part? I know you mentioned about the global reach. Can you just come back again to rephrase the other part of the questions, please? Can you repeat that for me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing.
Right. Yeah. So I've answered the global reach, but I know there are other parts of the question. So if you can repeat that for me, I will appreciate that. Did you hear me? I think we are having technical issue.
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Okay. So did you hear what I said? Can you repeat the question? I didn't get the whole question.
Yes,
Yeah, I did.
sure.
Yeah.
The question was, what's your global expansion plans and which market are you now working on? And in order to attract consumer, user, and partners, that was the question.
Okay. So basically, like I said, our expectation is to have a global reach. So it doesn't matter which part of the world where dating platform is located. Our aim is to reach there because obviously it's blockchain. Blockchain is worldwide. Then in terms of what to do to reach there, it's all about what we have started employing, which is massive marketing and promotion, right? Then using influencers, using callers. So these are measures that we will try as much as possible to employ to reach so many users or so many investors. And all I can say is that I actually want to advise. I know obviously sometimes when you're in crypto world, you don't actually give advice, because obviously people, even if you give advice, people have to do their own analysis. But what I can say is that anyone who has the mind, who wants to invest in this in this token, is I can say that if you invest in this token, you're also helping us. You're also helping us to build the ecosystem which we have decided, or which we have put our efforts to reach. Which means you're building with us. So it's not only that you are helping us to reach there. You're also building the ecosystem with us. But we promise all our investors that we will continue to employ huge marketing and promotional measures in order to make sure that the token reaches the climax where it's supposed to be. To say.
I, I, I believe you've covered the ground, so that's all.
That's all.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got this point. Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. So the next question. Please give us detailed information about tokenomics. How is it structured? What is its utilities, staking and use case? Tell us its function and role in your ecosystem. Also, where and how we can currently get it.
Okay, I'll take that question. So, like I said earlier, at the moment, the token does not have any utility attached to it at the moment. It's a standard token. However, what our plans are is, like I said earlier, is to make sure that or that dating webs, we don't want to restrict it to our platform, right? So the plan is for it to be the number one acceptable dating token that will be used in any other website to make payments. All right. So that's that. So for where you're gonna get it at the moment is only on PinkCell, right? And the token is RR, right? Two rips RR token. So if you go to PinkCell, that's where we are having a fair launch on PinkCell, and that's the only place that you can get it that is available at the moment. After that, it's going to be launched on Uniswap, and then we are in talks with 4 centralized exchanges at the moment that are going to list it. I wouldn't want to mention their names at the moment because we are still in talks with them. Then that would be a week or so after launch on Uniswap. So yeah, so that's all.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add to what Maman has said. Just a little bit of the tokenomics. So the total supply of the coins actually is 1 trillion. However, out of the 1 trillion, about 80% has been burned. So, which means anyone who is investing in this coin is looking at probably within the next 1 or 2 weeks, we might be able to reach a very good all-time high. The liquidity percentage is 70%. Then, out of the unlocked tokens, we do have 3%, which we have set aside for marketing, because obviously it's our aim. Our aim is to make sure that we take the coin or we take the token to a certain point where it is mass adopted. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we continue to promote and market the token. Then we have 1.3%, which is set aside for advisory. And then we have about 7.5%, which we're going to be using for the sex listing that my colleague has mentioned about. And at the moment, we don't have any team tokens at the moment. So we just want to make sure that any investor that is coming in has the confidence that we build the confidence for them. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Thanks both of you for your answers. That's really clear about tokenomics. So I hope everyone clear about their tokenomics, and I hope all of our listener you will join in Turips. Okay. So the next question: collaboration and partnerships are crucial for success in this industry. Could you tell us about any current partnerships you have in place, as well as any plans for future partnership, investor and breakers?
All right. For partnership, currently we have partnership with Crypto Arena that is organizing this AMA, which is we have a very solid partnership with Crypto Arena. Then we are in talks with some other firms, but it's not something that we can actually disclose at the moment because we are still in talks, so it's not something that has been signed. But the only thing we can say is that we do assure anyone who is coming to invest in this token that we are with you, and we will make sure we'll try as much as possible to take this token to the level where it belongs to. Two Rips is a unique token. The reason is that if you check throughout in the meme industry, in the meme sector at the moment, I don't think we have any competitor, because if you check the way, if you find out that most of the memes you see are frogs, cats, and dogs. I don't think I have seen anyone who has done a meme dating meme token. So it's quite a very unique token. For just to conclude, for partnership at the moment, it's not something we can disclose, but we are actually in talks with some other firms and some exchanges as well.
Okay. Thanks for telling about your partnership. Yeah, partnership play an important role. I hope near future that will be spent quickly. Okay, so the as a final question from this segment, could you provide us an update on the development status of Torips? What have you been working on recently, and what can we expect from Torips in the upcoming years?
Okay, I think I'll take that question. So at the moment, right, like I said, we are working on two different off-chain projects at the moment, right? In as much as I would like to disclose what they are, it can be easily copied. So I wouldn't want to put that out there. And by the time this AMA goes on air, then somebody is going to quickly grab that and go and implement that. But however, I know 100% that we have something unique that is coming up that we're about to launch. That being said, we already have a platform that has gone live, is in the testing phase. That's one I can actually give out. Is in the testing phase. We're testing it. If you go to whosjam.com, you'll see that it's live. We are in the testing phases right now. It's an off-chain project which is it's a music platform that is online at the moment. So it's in the testing phase. So once that goes on after the testing phase, then we'll launch. And like we said, we are in talks with a lot of VCs, and that project is grabbing attention. Okay, you can go and check it out. Whosjam.com. That's WHOZJAM.com. You can check it out. It's grabbing attention everywhere, and there's a lot of VCs that are interested in it, in coming into partnership with us. So, and it is a part of the ecosystem where we will be getting some revenue from there and bringing it back into Two Ribs to do some buybacks. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay, thanks for your answer. So with that answer, we are ending a Twitter segment, and we are starting third segment, which is Binance live comment question segment. So all of our participate, be prepare your question and send it in our Binance live comment question segment. And please note that it must include your Telegram username, otherwise you don't get your. And you have 1 minute for sending them. And after that, I will pick one by one, and our honorable guest will answer them. Yeah, okay. So we are starting, and we got a lot of question, and here we picking question is from Nishi, and the question is how holder will benefit from your RR token? Why should anyone hold the token?
Thank you for that question. Um, if you listen very well, you can see that I mentioned about massive promotion and marketing. So anyone who holds the token, not only that the person is helping us to build, the person is also building with us, but with the massive promotion and marketing we are employing, it does show what that will indicate is that on a long term the price of the token is going to rise. So you have the ability to sell the token at a higher price if you want to, but we do encourage our investors to hold it for a very long time, because we do believe that the token is going to reach a very good all-time high. So that will be to the benefit of the holders.
And can I come in here, right? If you look at the tokenomics, we did say we have about 3% for marketing. In as much as we've got 3% for marketing, right? What's happening here is without even raising, without the investors, right, coming into Two Ribs at the moment, we are already building things off chain, right? And the idea there in having some projects off chain is to have an avenue that we could use and bring in funds into Two Ribs instead of taking funds out, instead of using the tokens to release funds for our marketing and promotion. What we want to do is we want to be bringing in funds outside into injecting funds back into Tulips and buying back the coins. That's in order for us to do a buyback. And the next thing is what we are planning is a massive adoption, right? So if you kind of like enter early, you wouldn't even have any reason to sell because the 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 return on your investment is just going to be too high and too tempting for you to even sell because there are so many avenues that we will be using to inject funds back into Tulips. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Thanks both of you for your answers. So, Mishi, I hope you got your answer. Or if you have more question, please go to Turip's Telegram. There, uh, they have the Twitter. They have website for you can find here all of your answer. Oh, okay. So the next one, and the next one is from Jaffer, and the question is, what are the advantage of your project? I believe security is one of the most important to consider before investing in a project. So, can you tell us what are the security measures does have done so far?
So I'll take that again. So at the moment, right, the contract has been audited, okay, and the team has been KYC, and there is no team tokens. Again, I'm going to say it again. There is no team tokens, and the contract is going to be renounced uh, just before launch. So and secondly, this token, like we said, is a standard token. So and the security there is really very high because it's been scrutinized and it's been audited. So and there is no manipulations in the contract. So we can't blacklist any wallet. We can't whitelist any wallet. So it's just free for everyone to buy and free for everyone to sell. Zero buy tax and zero sell tax. So yeah, in terms of any kind of security that you will need in a crypto token, we've got that covered. Thank you.
Just an addition as well. There is no minting, so which means the token, like I said before, 80% has been burnt. And although we do have the percentages that we have for sex listing, marketing, advisory, depend on how the process goes, it's likely that we may be able to burn some more. So, which means the value of the token is gonna rise. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thanks, sir, for your answer. So I hope you got your answer, and yeah, okay. So let's move to the next question. Yeah, so the next question is from Wang, and the question is, can you share what sets you apart from other projects?
There is one uniqueness which I can say, like I said before, is a dating meme token, which I believe there's no other platform that has it at the moment. And some of the measures as well that we have put into place in terms of, for instance, having an off-chain activities, or in terms of the platforms that we can generate money to input into tariffs. I've not seen any other any other token or any other cryptocurrency that is doing it at the moment. I know there might be, but in the moment, at the moment, I don't know of any. So these are things that set us set us unique, that make us unique, apart from ahead of the other tokens at the moment. More money. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. So it's still in line with what you've just said, right? Like I said, I've been in this business for 12 years. So I've worked in so many projects, and it's always the same thing where you see a project and they get involved in another on-chain project. Uh, they get the tokens of the on-chain project, and what happens is when the price of that project starts to drop, the money that they have invested in that project would just evaporate and disappear. So they won't get back the even their initial investment. So that is why we are taking a new direction here, right? Be building things off chain, right? That is going to be stable. And in fact, it's not it's not rocket science anyway. So it's just as simple as that. You know, having funds injected that will be steadily injected into the two reefs, into two reefs, into the two reefs are out token, right? All right. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks both of you. Yeah, that's really a good for growth of project. So I hope all of our community member is current got the point why a tourist is different from this type another project. So okay, so here is the last question from this segment, and then we will finish our today's AMA session. And the last question is from Nitin, and the question is: many projects made a good impression at first, but were suddenly abandoned. My question is: how will you manage the project and token to gain a place in the market and become a base token in the blockchain world?
Okay. So this is an interesting question, right? Yes, of course, most projects get uh, abandoned, right? Because the team has an ulterior motive behind them, right? And moreover, sometimes it's a one-man show, okay? But what we've got here is already, like I said, we've got a team already working on so many projects, and I'm coordinating those projects. And like I said, one is in the testing phase. Is almost going live right now, and is there for you guys to see. And we've got another one that is almost finished. It should be in the testing phase for next week, and hopefully it's going to go live sooner. Yeah. So the thing is, these other projects are really very important to us, right? So, and building it around the RR token, right, is for us to be able to sustain the RR token. And remember, at the moment, we are in the bear market, right? So if we are able to support the RR token using off-chain projects throughout this bear market, you can now imagine what's going to happen in the bull market, because we will be looking at how we have looked at how we're going to sustain this project by injecting funds from outside outside the project. So a lot of, like I said, we are in talks with a lot of VCs at the moment who have seen the product that we have, that we are actually testing at the moment, and they are really very interested in those. So yeah, so we are looking at a bright future ahead of us. This is not a 1 week project. This is not a 1 week RR token. This is something that we're looking at beyond 10 years from now, right? Because we would like to make a mark. We would like to be the token that will be used in all the dating websites. We would like to be the token that would be in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap, on CoinGecko. So these are the things that we're looking at. We would like to leave a legacy in the crypto industry, right? So all these are the things that we're looking at, right? So all that being said, right? It's going to be a buy now or cry later, you know, what kind of thing. When you see what the RR token will be doing in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next few years, and then you look back and say, oh, I had these guys in their armor, and if only I had known. You get what I mean? So yeah, thank you for all the questions, and thank you guys for that.
Yeah,
Just,
okay.
just,
Yeah,
just an addition before you summarize. Also,
yeah.
if you look at the reasons why, one of the reasons why many tokens are abandoned is because most of those tokens, the teams don't actually have a plan. So you notice that what the team will do is maybe they just launch a token, and the token gets to all-time high, and they will just sell off and abandon the token because they don't really have a plan. But for us, we have a plan. We are moving it from a meme token. That's our objective, to move it from a meme token, at least within the next 1 or 2 years, into a utility token by creating an ecosystem surrounding it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, both of you for your great answer. Yeah, that's really great. Okay, so with that, we are ending today's email with tips. Thank you all of our community member for being here and support to Rips, and also thanks to all our today's honorable guest, Mr. Augustine and Mr. Mormoni, for joining here and give us the opportunity to know about two Rips. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you, the viewers.
I would like to thank everyone, and hope to see you guys on the other side when we will be doing another AMA with you with the updates that we have soon. Thank you.
And jump on to get the token.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Bye bye. Yeah, so here is the disclaimer for Crypto Arena team community. So, Crypto Arena team is the bridge between the project and the community. We did an AMA with the project, so the community could research from the team directly. We never recommended buying or selling any asset because crypto trading is very risky, and we are not responsible for the project that holds AMA with us. Thank you all of our community members. Please stay connected with Crypto Arena team. Thank you all and have a great day.